Welcome! This is Getting Electric with Ryan and Seth. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Seth.
We're happy to have you here. The first thing we were going to talk about on today's episode is Tide Pods. Why don't you take it away, Max?
I'm Seth, actually.
Seth. Thanks, Seth.
I'm glad you asked, Ryan. You know, Tide Pods, they're just a really good laundry detergent. I just like the way my clothes feel after they get out of the washer and try to put them in the dryer.
The big thing for me is I like how my clothes smell. Man, I tell you what, before I started using Tide Pods, even after washing, my clothes did not smell very good. I couldn't figure out why. But then, I ran out of that detergent. And guess what I had on the shelf? A bag of Tide Pods. I soon realized that I had been missing out for quite some time. The smell, can't quite describe it, but it really does help spice up my life. Any more thoughts?
Not really.
All right.
I feel like that sums it up.
Yeah. Thank you for your input, Seth.
Yeah, it's just a very solid laundry detergent choice.
Agreed.
Then you gotta add in that bounce, you know?
Bounce.
The bounce for the dryer sheets. One, maybe two.
Yeah, that's something
those clothes just feel fluffy when you get them out of the dryer.
Beyond,
it's just
beyond me, honestly. And
it's just, the feeling of it is just remarkable. I mean, outstanding. I just love it. Look forward to it all the time.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try bounce sometimes. So far, I have not experienced bounce. Well.
Dude, yeah. The weather has literally been insane lately. Like, have you seen the steam out there?
Dude, tell me about it. It's a heater out there.
The weather, it's just been weird.
It's frightful.
I'm trying to go play golf.
But the fire is so delightful. And since there's no place to go, let it rain, let it pour.
I like that one. But anyways, do you think we should introduce our guest?
Yeah, let's get after it.
Let's get it going to producer Austin.
He hails from Knoxville, Iowa. Stands 5'11". He's a student composer. He's been to 12 states. This is his room. He's a huge fan of the podcast. This is Daniel Andrew Bennett.
Wow, that was.
Oh, hello.
Daniel, I just right up the bat, you know.
Daniel. I'm going with Daniel.
We going with? Are you a Daniel or a Dan type of guy?
I'm good with whatever.
I mean, I think we kind of know what kind of guy he is. We know him.
I would hope so.
I'll be honest. I've never asked. You know, my brother, Joshua. He doesn't really like it when people call him Josh.
Joshua's brother. That's the guy who always comments on the videos.
Dude, that guy seems chill. That guy seems really chill. But I guess like right off the bat, a question that I think a lot of viewers are curious about is, what's it like rooming with producer Austin?
I tell you, it's a good time. I can't lie. Hearing some of the stories that he tells while he's unconscious is quite.
No, sorry.
It's quite entertaining.
Oh,
really.
Can we hear a story?
Yeah. Do you have any you'd like to share?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is probably, I don't know, 11:30 or so, and I've like put my phone up. You know, I'm laying in bed.
In the evening, right?
Yeah, this is like 11:30 at night, and I'm like trying to fall asleep, and I hear from that top bunk, "Hey!" And I pause and I freeze for a second. I'm looking up at the bed and I'm like, is he talking to me? Hey! And he just does that a half a dozen times probably. 6 or 7 times he just goes, "Hey!" Okay.
What was he doing? Moving pigs?
Dude, I don't know what he was doing. So he does that and I'm like, by like the third time I'm like, all right, he's obviously not talking to me. He is in his sleep. And after about the 6th time, he just goes, "We're cooked." And I'm like, no! We cannot be hearing that at 11:30 at night when I'm trying to go to bed. That's probably my favorite story. I've heard him yap about the Steelers. I don't know what that was about.
The Steelers?
Yeah. I just remember hearing the Steelers, and then that was it.
Oh, in his sleep?
Yeah.
That's weird considering he's a Packers fan.
Exactly. So it intrigued me, and I unfortunately did not get to hear any more.
Interesting.
The rest of the thoughts went internal, I think.
Wasn't there like one? Didn't you say he said like something like "get the ball, get the ball"?
Yeah, that's right. The first time, this was like night 2 of me sleeping here, right? So like Hudson, shout out Hudson.
Shout out Hudson.
Hudson had told me that Austin talks in his sleep, and so I was like, I guess I didn't give it much thought. And then the second night, I just hear, "Throw the ball, throw the ball." What? That is the first time I've ever experienced somebody talking in their sleep.
Now I just feel like that's the embodiment of electric right there.
That is.
That
I mean, that's truly.
Gone darn.
That's about as electric as you can get.
That's honestly about as electric as you can get. I didn't know those other 2 stories. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I don't know any of them.
Dude, now you do.
Now you do.
I know them now.
Does that surprise you at all about the man on our team, formerly known as Producer Austin?
What's he known as now?
Executive Producer Austin.
Oh, shoot.
True. No, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Just kind of lives, eats, and apparently sleeps ball.
It's a lot of Little Bites muffins.
I've also... I've heard he's got you on the Baylor grind a little bit now.
Dude, he kind of does, bro. Yasleen Bodo. He's going to be my guy, bro.
Dad gum, dude. Dad gum.
Bodo. Bodo might be a bust. It's possible. Anyways.
Dude, it very well might be. I don't know. We'll just have to find out.
We'll see next year.
So, I know both of you guys are, like, kind of music... I know you're not, Seth, a music
I'm
major
not a
anymore,
music
but
major.
I know you guys have kind of, worked in Gallagher and I don't know what the music...
I don't
Russell?
work in Gallagher.
You know what I mean? You've had classes there, I assume.
No.
Yeah, Sinbad was in Gallagher.
That's not a class, it's an ensemble.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness, that's what I meant.
It's for credits.
Do you guys want to, like, kind of talk through your experience just being in, like, the music program in college? For the people out there the viewers out there that may be deciding, you know?
Yeah.
What is this, a college tour?
Dude, I'm always trying to promote you and I.
Hail our Panthers, we are ever loyal, showing strength and unity.
catch.
As we fight, we'll proudly stand behind you, urging you on to victory.
Rah, rah, rah.
Ever loyal, fight will be our cry. So give it the hand.
Oh, the purple and the golden victory for you and
I.
You and I.
Fight, you and I.
Fight. We're
Hail
not,
our
no.
Panthers, we are.
I really enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Alright, keep going.
So, as we
Go, catch!
oh
Oh, shoot, I was off.
Shoot.
Fight for your cry. So give us the
Oh, the purple and the golden victory for you and
I.
Seth, you might gotta review the words there, I think.
I mean, he knows more than I do. I know Go Cats, rah, 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 hey, oh, the purple and the golden victory for... That's all I know. I don't know that was impressive that you even knew that.
When I was in Glee Club my freshman year.
Glee Club?
Yeah, that's right.
Talk to me.
We sang it. I don't think I could remember the pitches or the lyrics.
I mean, clearly I don't know either, so...
That's right. We're just 3 guys that don't know.
But,
I used to make it up. Still do.
really, I couldn't tell. It was, that was pretty solid. But, what do you want to do with, your, degree?
Yeah, so, ideally, best case scenario is I'm writing, movie scores.
Oh.
Right? So, John Williams, right? Jurassic Park, Jaws, E.T., Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Star Wars, that's...
Or,
Marvel, Iron Man?
That's Alan Silvestri, I think, is his name.
Oh, I didn't. I was just pulling stuff.
Or Hans Zimmer does
Oh.
Inception, Interstellar.
He's done Dune. Yep.
Interstellar?
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu
He
Panda?
did The Dark Knight.
Dune?
The Dark...
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Bro.
Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda, bro.
Dude.
Or
Hans
Howard.
is deep in his bag
Everybody
right now.
was Kung Fu fighting.
Oh shoot.
I think we both had the same thought at the exact same time.
Everybody was fast as lightning.
Oh, thank you for that. I
No,
really
that's cool.
appreciate
Have you have you written any scores yet or done anything
I
like
have.
that?
I've had a couple premieres here.
Oh, really?
I have.
I knew that. I've heard one of them, I think.
Which one was that?
I think it's the weird orchestration one, or sorry, instrumentation, where it was like clarinet, like bass, and
Oh, yeah.
it was last year.
Yeah. So I've had now 3 to be 4 premieres here at
Oh,
UNI.
wow.
That's right.
That's
Like
really cool.
played by big ensembles or small ensembles.
Dude, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So
So
have you
like,
had any large ensemble stuff?
no, the biggest I've written for so far is actually the Unituba recital,
Oh,
which is
really?
going to be coming up. Yeah, I've got a piece on the Unituba recital.
You should try to write for jazz.
Dude, I've thought about it, bro.
We like play some people's stuff that aren't in jazz, but they write for jazz.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That is really cool.
yeah.
Just like look up a standard and arrange it like a jazz standard.
Dude. Honestly, if you ever want to write, I know you proposed this idea a while back, but
He proposed.
he said, if you ever want to write a theme song for Getting Electric for free, we would love to take it.
I'll play it on my trombone.
Dude, I would write it, bro.
Write me a little trombone ditty.
I will write you a trombone ditty.
Sweet. I mean, I could come up with one myself too, but I'd rather have you write it.
Dude.
You could be our team writer.
I could be, bro.
Dude, we could break into the music industry. A lot of people don't know this, but Austin kind of has some pipes of gold over there.
He does.
And he's kind of just hiding them from the world.
That's it, really?
I don't
He's
know
got
if you
pipes,
stood
bro.
next to him as a tail. You should, if you haven't.
Dude, all you boys have pipes, bro.
Dude.
Yeah, didn't you just hear us sing the Hey lot?
Yeah, good call. No, it's a good call. I was actually about to go for it.
Dude, nice blue shorts.
Nice blue shirt, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyways, back to the topic.
Back to what was the topic?
I don't
What
know.
is the topic?
I think we have some segments though.
I think we do have some segments, hopefully.
We do. They're coming up.
Oh. You'll take the mic? Alright, that sounds like a good plan.
Just to explain this game real quick. Dan, you're from where?
I'm from Knoxville.
Okay. I have written 3 Knoxville trivia questions on each of these papers. We're going to find out if you're really from Knoxville.
Oh, shoot. This is really bad.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest. This is going to shine some serious
You haven't
light.
even heard the questions.
Yeah, I know nothing about
Come on,
Knoxville.
man. Come on, man.
All
That's
right,
too easy.
Lay it on me.
That's our ball, ain't it?
That's our ball!
Ain't it?
That's our... Sorry.
As of the 2020 census, approximately how many people lived in Knoxville, Iowa?
7,000.
Give it to him.
Okay.
Survey says...
Did it say it's 7,100 or something
The
like
survey
that?
says 7,595.
Oh, that was higher than I thought.
Hey,
We'll give it to you.
we'll
give
round
it to you.
down. We'll round down on that one.
okay.
Since when does anyone round down though? Let's be honest.
I mean, that's... yeah.
Someday when we're big shots, we're not gonna round down
We're
anymore.
not going to round down anymore, alright? We're going to... When we're big shots, though. We're not there yet.
Not if, when.
You're not even
When?
to the point of rounding yet.
That's a good point. What are the 3 words on the logo of Knoxville Athletics?
Ooh. Safe, respectful, responsible.
That is incorrect. It's
Shoot.
lead, commit, achieve.
Wow, that's funny because Knoxville does none of those things.
Oh, and that's a hometown dig. Let me tell you, I know something about that one.
Not the first hometown dig we've had on this podcast.
No, it is not the first hometown
See,
dig we've
unlike
had.
Ashley Utermark,
Oh!
I know that Knoxville has flaws. And I'm actually willing to admit my hometown's flaws.
Hey. Me too, man. Me too.
We just don't have as many shootings as they do.
All right, there it is, folks.
Hey, Harlan had a shooting a few weeks ago.
That's horrible.
Dude, that's not a bragging point.
That,
I'm not bragging. I'm saying the truth.
well, I guess thank you for sharing.
It's
I
crazy.
I
that is
appreciate your
crazy.
honesty.
That's
Continue. All right.
continuing on.
What is the name of the museum dedicated to sprint car racing?
Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum.
Survey says?
National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum.
We'll give it to him.
I forgot the national part, my bad.
It's all right.
Really, it's international.
That's not what it said.
See,
That's not what it said.
See, the
not what it
museum
said.
is not national. Like, the name isn't national, but
Oh yeah.
sprint car racing is actually international. We get a bunch of Australians in here.
Dude, that's kind of awesome.
Dude, just like golf.
Yeah, just like it.
Speaking of awesome, what is the county seat of Marion County?
It's
Marion?
Knoxville.
Marion.
Marion?
Yes, that's right.
Marion. Knoxville
Yeah.
is the correct answer.
Yeah, it is Ashley, isn't it? It is. It's Knoxville.
It pointed the camera.
Ashley, you.
It is Ashley, isn't it?
It is.
Ashley, it
I
is.
think, therefore, I am.
Ashley, it is.
Ashley really wants to believe that Pella should be the county
Ashley.
seat,
Ashley, it is.
and I hate to tell you,
Ashley, it is.
Knoxville is the county
Ashley,
seat
it
for
is.
Marion County.
Ashley.
You heard it here
It is,
first.
it is the most central location in
Heard
Marion
it here
County.
first.
That's also kind of a gimme question, because if these are trivia questions
Yeah,
about
about
Knoxville,
Knoxville. I was gonna say like, whoever wrote these questions, I think they wanted to sprinkle a couple in there.
yeah,
so.
I
And that's good.
appreciate it.
You need
So-
a couple gimmies, and
Yeah.
now we're gonna get
So, which direction is Knoxville from Red Rock Lake?
It is. Ooh, it is southwest.
Yep, that's right.
That's wrong.
No, he's right.
He's
It
right.
says north on the paper.
Yeah, he's
Ooh.
He's okay.
Having some
Apparently,
conflict of
producer,
I know it's not north.
executive producer
so-
who wrote this down, Austin,
over here.
right. No, it was a big thing.
he just wrote it down wrong.
It
wrote
was
it
a
down
big
wrong.
thing.
It says north on the paper is southwest.
It is southwest.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
that was my
nicely done.
questions.
And the final of the 6-question, 6-part series of Does Daniel Know Knoxville? Knoxville is named after who? Or would it be whom?
Ooh.
I've never known the difference between who or whom. Irrelevant to the question. That was just a...
Ooh.
Probably
Who is-
Bob Huggins, honestly.
I don't think that's it. Well, that's
Do you want me to repeat the question?
I think I remember the question.
All right,
but
good.
I greatly appreciate it.
No, yeah, of course. She's trying to be courteous.
Dude, I'm not sure I know. I'm going to say Henry Knox.
Who's that?
Couldn't tell you.
We're gonna give it to you, General Henry Knox.
Oh,
Don't know
shoot.
who that is. I don't know how do you know who Henry Knox is, but why did you say that name but you didn't know who that was?
Hey,
Well-
wait. Ashley, if you're out there, tell us who founded Pella without looking it up on Google.
She couldn't tell you.
On the comments.
Hey, what's up with the
She's going to tell you a little touch of Holland, and
Is-
the name Pella doesn't actually mean anything.
Is Knoxville close to Pella or what am I missing?
Yeah, they're
yeah,
right next to each
it's
other.
like a 20-minute
So
drive.
you guys are like rivals?
Kinda.
Oh.
So here's a funny story. So
in the economy.
Funny
on
story.
our
In
our
this
squares, we have Civil War
This
cannons.
economy.
What do you mean squares?
Like the square?
Like the town square?
Yeah, the town squares.
Okay,
the town
sorry.
squares.
I didn't know what like you said squares.
Yeah. I have not fact checked this, but the rumor is that both Knoxville and Pella have Civil War cannons, and they are actually pointed at each other.
No way.
Yeah.
So they hated each other.
Yeah.
And does that
And just for the record, Knoxville still hates Pella.
really what
Yeah.
what did they do to Knoxville?
They just beat us at everything.
Do they still do that?
Yeah.
Man, Jim, does that suck? There's no one here named Jim. That's just a. Dang,
If you
that,
know, you know.
that is yeah, that's a good point. But that's so.
I
Back
missed
to the
two?
wait. Back to the Henry Knox. Before I rip this up and just throw it everywhere.
Okay, do you know who Henry
How
Knox
did
is?
you? Why did you say Henry Knox?
So, I think I knew the name was Henry. If I had to guess what he was, like, without knowing that he was a general, like, it was like, I would have thought, like, some sort of government official, you know, something like that.
Yeah, but how did you know Henry Knox?
Probably
Like,
just
how did
heard-
you know the
Did
name?
you just hear it over time? And
Yeah, I think I've probably
Just
heard it a
stop.
couple times, and
Interesting.
yeah,
Do you know what Fort Dodge is named after?
dude.
you know
I
what
guess
Harlan's
it's
named
some sort
after?
A fort named Fort Dodge. There's actually a Fort Dodge in Kansas, and
I
like
know.
the mailing would always get like messed up.
There's a
That's
Fort Dodge in
unfortunate.
Kansas. I
I'll pick that up.
You know, I
I'll
used
pick
to
that
work.
up.
I used to work at the Knoxville Public Library.
Oh, they
Yeah.
have one of those.
They
Harlan's
do.
named after Kevin Harlan. Just kidding.
Deep pull. Oh, never mind.
This guy's
I used to work at the Knoxville Public Library, and we would get calls from other Knoxvilles. So, like, from Knoxville, Tennessee is obviously a famous one. We get calls from Knoxville, Illinois. That exists. And I even got a call from Knoxville, Pennsylvania.
Oh, what's in Knoxville, Tennessee?
That's like a big,
Is that
big
the Fort?
music
Is that
scene.
the Fort?
That's
No.
also the University of Tennessee, right?
Where
Yeah.
the heck is Fort Knox located?
Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. You guys never heard that?
One more time.
No, I've heard it.
One more time.
Go ahead.
I repeat it.
Rocky Top.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I was trying to get you guys to hear producer Austin's golden pipes. He was saying like, I don't even want to repeat it because it would be a criminal to the performance he just gave.
Absolutely.
No, okay, is Fort Fort Knox, like the place
Yeah.
that holds all the gold? Is that not in Knoxville, Tennessee?
No, I think that's on the coast somewhere.
I thought it, no, it's in Kentucky, isn't it? Yo, can I get
Could
a
not
fact
tell
check
you.
on that, please? I always forget. But like, shouldn't Fort Knox be in like Knoxville? Would that not make the most sense?
I don't know.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's a last
Kentucky.
name, so.
It's in Kentucky.
It is in
It
Kentucky.
is in
Deep
Kentucky.
pull.
Just south of Louisville.
South of Louisville.
Dude, I'm going to Kentucky this summer, bro.
Where are you going?
The old Bennett family is taking a family vacation to see the
Fort
Ark and
Knox?
the Creation Museum
Nice.
in Kentucky.
Oh,
classic
that
right
is
there.
cool.
Yeah,
I've done that one.
yeah. I'm really excited.
That's
That'll be good.
That is cool.
Hey, wait, one more thing before we close out this podcast.
All right.
You worked in the library. You a big book guy?
I'm a big Jesus book guy. Other than that,
Ooh, that's a good poll.
give me
Big Bible guy?
give me God's word, and that's all I've read.
I
pretty
like
much.
that.
Dang.
I like.
I
that
used
a
to
lot.
be I read the Divergent series. That was really good.
Yeah?
And
There's
I've
a lot of
read
good series
I've
out
read
there.
the Percy Jackson series multiple times.
Mm.
That's also
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a really good
yeah.
one.
I have read that
No,
multiple
the Percy
times.
Jackson series. That's a good.
Or we
series.
got Magnus chasing the gods of Asgard.
I don't know about that one.
That one's also good.
Anyways, well, that's
Can I-
about it.
Can I ask one last question?
Yeah, I got it.
Just because. Wait, was that a yes? I can or no? I can't. Daniel, I see you're wearing a Broncos hat. How do you feel
That's
about
right.
the Broncos first round draft pick?
Wow, I
Or do you know?
Wow, you really put him on the spot.
I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Anyways, folks, thanks for watching. This
Thanks
has
for
been
watching.
All right, I got one
great-
thing to say here really
Oh.
quick. I got one thing to say here. Ashley, I know I've targeted you multiple times, and for this I apologize. But I gotta target you just once more. So you guys had an episode with Ashley on there, and she was labeled as the #1 fan, right? But let's do some math here. How many times has Ashley been in the studio live?
Speaking of studio,
Once. All right. How many times have I been here live in the studio? I was once here, if you can remember that.
That's a good point.
I've been twice up there.
That's
You
a-
can remember both of those. And then now I'm here again for my 4th time.
That's
Which, as far as I'm aware, besides you three, is the most out of anybody.
damn, that's a.
I have the most live appearances that are not
He's
related to the studio.
just to play like.
Which is 4 times the amount of
I
Ashley
would
you are.
argue you're pretty related to the studio.
I was gonna say just to kind of play the other side.
I would also,
You do also have a key to this room.
yeah, I would like to point out, I was so in love with the Get an Electric podcast, I co-bought the studio. I have invested thousands of dollars into this studio.
Deep.
You know what? We might have to give it to you. We might have to. Maybe
He's funding this podcast.
that.
Yeah,
that's a
thousands
good
of dollars
point.
are going
That-
into this podcast.
Before we wrap it up, I will say the Broncos they drafted Jade Barron.
John Morant.
Nope. A cornerback from the University of Texas at 20th overall. How do you feel about that?
Dude, I couldn't tell you who that is.
Perfect. That's lovely news.
All right,
Well, thanks
before we
for.
close. All right.
Stop. Is there anyone you want to shout out? Any last thing you want to say besides the Ashley? I'm paying
Besides
for the studio.
Shout out Stephen Blanc. The dude's getting married. I love that
Oh,
guy. Yeah,
Big dog.
I know. Love that
Big
guy.
dog.
Shout out.
married. Someone else.
Dude, someone else is getting married.
Brian's getting married tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Not me.
Hey.
With a B. Ryan with a B.
Not Seth either.
Brian.
Yeah, Ryan with a B.
Not
in front of
me.
it. Anyways, folks, we're so glad you decided to stop by. I'm Ryan.
gosh.
This has been Seth. This has been Dan. Stay electric! Wow. What is going on?